All right, so let's set the stage for you. It is mid-July in Alaska, which is prime salmon fishing season for the Kenai River.
And we have a big group of family and friends coming into town. So Dan and I are gonna be hosting and guiding for them.
Basically, we have this one day for everyone who wants to fish together in a big group, which is obviously gonna be the most fun for everyone.
Back towards me. It's okay, blocking it. Hey!
Nicely done. Bonkers right there, Kate.
I got a biggie.
You want to bonk it?
I don't care. We'll deal with the water. I'll get him.
Yeah, it's a good fish.
Hook, Meg. Thank you.
Good job.
You're welcome.
Right there.
Thank you. All right, line.
Got it?
Yep, I got it.
In the road, right when I walk away.
Not too bad to start. We've had 2 fish brought in, one by Jay and one by Megan. They happen to be married, and they now happen to be in competition. So that's kind of fun. Hopefully we'll get everybody a fish. It's a little bit of a lull right now in the run, but people are catching, so I'm feeling good about it.
Our big hope for this group was to get them out there, get them some experience. Hopefully they would all catch at least one fish and we call it a good day. But what we didn't realize is how big the run was that day and that all of us would limit.
This season, 2025 season, the run was kind of unbelievable. This day was especially good. We couldn't have picked a better day. So we were preparing everyone and just saying, hey, look, like we've gone out before for hours and not landed anything or landed 1 or 2 fish. And some of you haven't ever fished. So it's gonna take a little while to like get into the groove and learn how to do the technique and everything. But pretty soon, like we were landing fish and I was rushing around with the net, like trying to keep up. You were coaching people in, like how to, keep the rod down and get the fish in. And I was running back and forth, like through the water, trying to like net for people. And as soon as I'd net one, somebody else would be on. It was like really frantic, really hectic, and a ton of fun. And actually,
really what you hope for.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a dream and we couldn't really like believe it. Even while it was happening, I don't think we really ever got the idea that everyone might limit. Yeah, we just had to keep reminding people like, don't make this your level of expectation if you ever come back, because like it was just so insane. And we didn't want them to, like I said, have this expectation like, hey, this is always what it's like. You just land fish almost every cast. That's not what it's like. There's only been like a couple of days that even we've experienced over years that we've been here that the run has been that good.
Well done. Another perfect hook. You coach her in. All right, that's good, Meg.
Yes.
Nice hook. Big fish.
Yes.
Monster.
Heavy fish. Oh yeah.
One other thing I'll add to that is that the sockeye salmon limit is 6 per person or 12 in hand for the day. And so that many people each getting 6 sockeye salmon, it was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work. We managed to do it and everyone was happy.
Get it.
Did you make me lose my fish? Right here. Oh.
So now you're at your limit, right? Yeah. Nice. Just wait, just wait. Stick the net down there. Ready? It's coming right. There you go. Nice.
So part of what had to happen is I basically volunteered to start filleting all the fish.
While I finished up with everyone else.
Okay, everyone. We are killing it out here today. I think most of us are actually limited at this point. We have our last few people getting their last few fish, and then we have got to get in line because we have a lot of fish to fillet.
But I had to go start filleting, and there's only a couple tables and a lot of people. So you generally have to wait in line. And I had to wait, I don't know, a half an hour, 45 minutes. I think it wasn't really that bad, honestly. And then I had to start filleting all the fish, which was a lot. Jay and Megan were with me.
Jay and Megan, my sister is Megan, brother-in-law is Jay.
Yeah, and they had limited out, so they were done. So basically, as I was filleting fish, we put them in the garbage bags, but even then, like, it's a lot. They're climbing up the stairs to the van and back, like taking up bags of fillets, because it would have been way too much for us to carry, like, all at the end. It would have been so heavy and awkward. So they're running laps up and down. Some people have finished and they're up at the car and they're changing, and some people are finishing up filleting. Kate brought me a sandwich at one point to like feed me, and she's like over the rail with the sandwich. And I don't want to like take all my gear off, and I don't want to touch anything because, you know, I'm gutting fish, so I'm eating out of her hand like a bird or something. So actually we got through it pretty quick. Mm-hmm. And as we were finishing up the filleting, a group went to do our limiting tradition, which we have. Oh, celebrations.
This one is for you.
Thank you.
This one is for you.
Cheers! Awesome limiting day. So once we got our blizzards, it was time to head back home and process a lot of fish.
Just by far the least fun part.
It is generally the least fun part because it's just you and I, and we're usually exhausted. But actually, I was really proud and pleased with how everyone who was fishing stepped up and realized that like a big group would process this all together much more quickly. So we had a station set up with a few people working, you know, cleaning off the fillets one more time, getting them into the garage, getting them vacuum packed, dividing it up, weighing them, and freezing them.
It was quite a production line.
It was a huge production line. And actually it was, as fun as the fishing was, us all being together, and like we just had some music playing in the background, and everybody was in such a good mood from having such a good day.
Yeah.
That actually it was really, really fun. And that was like the closest thing we've ever come to like a fish camp for our family. And I really want to do it again.
I know, me too.
I want everybody to come back up like that week of the year, which is generally the best for fishing on the Kenai. And we do a big family fish camp. It was super fun.
Yeah, that was a blast.
I'm guessing these like weigh like a half pound.
21.6. So it's 99.8 pounds of just the fillets, and it's another 14 pounds with the roast. So it's 113 and change.
Nice. We're gonna round that to 100 pounds of fish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice work, everyone.
And we barely had enough freezer room to fit all the fish for everyone. I'm trying to like figure out how to like get this across, but like this day could have been a total bust. Like, it is not out of the realm of possibility that we could have gone out there and nobody caught a fish. Like, we've had plenty of days like that. Yeah. So that was just the best. I mean, and I don't necessarily expect that to ever happen again in our lives.
Yeah, I mean, but it was just one of those days where I think everybody on the river that day was having a good day, and it was so much fun. From
getting everybody up and getting them geared up and getting them over there and then being out on the river and then coming home and then like, that's a full day. It is absolutely a full day. And as you may or may not be able to tell, Caitlin's carrying an extra person around. So we haven't made a big announcement or anything. We're still honestly trying to figure out how we're going to deal with
incorporating
a kiddo onto our channel. So this is our sort of unofficial announcement that we're expecting. So that's our story for this one. I mean, thank you for everybody who came up and like visited us and limited, and please come back because we loved it.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for tuning in. We have a few more videos still to come from that incredible week of fishing. We got Caitlin's parents out and they limited. So, like it just kept rolling on. It was so cool.
Good.
So stay tuned for that. Subscribe, that would be great. That way you'll know when the video comes out. And if you liked this video, please hit that like button. It really helps our channel out. And we will see you next time. Thanks guys.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Fishy, fishy, fishy. Fishy, fishy, fishy.